Good afternoon and welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Stu Nyman. I'm here with Andrew Blackman, and we're pleased to welcome you to this Thursday afternoon performance. We have 9 games for you beginning at 4 p.m. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offers win, play, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. If these terms are new to you, we'll explain them throughout the performance. We also have a pick 3 wager in Game 4, the high-paying High 5 jackpot that begins in Game 3 with its $2,000 guarantee, and the all-new Mighty Ocho jackpot beginning in Game 1. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, or if you happen to be in Connecticut, mywinners.com. Placing bets is not necessary to enjoy all we have in store for you today. We do have a scratch in this afternoon's performance. Once again, we do have a scratch in this afternoon's performance. A scratch occurs when someone who's scheduled to play and the performance is out for a medical reason or an injury. Number 30, Diaz, is out with a knee injury. Actually, was just feeling weak after the matinee. Want to make sure that he doesn't further injure it and take himself out. So Diaz will be out today. He'll be out tomorrow. We'll do him as a scratch. Then probably be back on Saturday is what we're hoping for. This will be a rundown of the scratch of Diaz as it affects today's performance in its entirety. Game 1, post 5, scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with El Barba. Game 1, post 5, scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with El Barba. Game 3, post 4, scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ikeda. Game 3, post 4, scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ikeda. Game 4, post 5, scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with El Barba. Game 4, post 5, scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with El Barba. Game 5, post 5, scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ikeda. Game 5, post 5, scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ikeda. There are no scratches in Game 6. Finally, in Game 7, post 7, scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ron. Game 7, post 7, scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ron. That is the scratch of Diaz as he affects today's performance in its entirety. So with all that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to make your wagers as early as possible within scheduled post times, then sit back and relax. We recognize that many of you are still sheltering in place or are safer at home. Some of you have begun to venture out. We know that some of our simulcast partners are open. And we're just trying to get by as best we can as we all confront this new normal. Wherever you may be, we hope that you are safe and healthy. And we're just glad that we're able to bring you Jai-Alai as sports entertainment this afternoon. Andrew.
Stu, hello.
Less than inspired play in the matinee today.
Yeah,
throughout most of it. I mean, it got off to a rough start and finished strong.
Yeah, it's kind of a typical performance on the Thursday afternoon we're getting used to, or Thursday morning, rather, 12 p.m. You know, slow, you said, out of the gates in that first game, but play picked up, and the headline, Douglas did dominate. Douglas domination, 3 wins in those doubles game, 1 win and 1 place. So 5 for 5 on the board, 4 wins, 1 place. Typical performance for last year's singles and doubles champion, proving again that he may be, in fact, the top player on this roster. He hasn't proven that by now. I think the fans at home certainly recognize that as well. On the season, we'll give you Douglas's total statistics. 20 wins, 8 places, 5 shows. That's singles play alone. And in doubles with his partner Lamonti, 17 wins, 7 places, 6 shows. So across the board, there's Douglas just continuing to pour it on here in the 2020 season as he did last year in 2019. Before we get into this afternoon's play, we have a video that's going to explain the scoring format for the first 8 games. First 8 games feature spectacular 7 scoring. What exactly does that mean? This video is going to help clear everything up for you. Take a look.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those two players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And that was a video explaining Spectacular 7 scoring. Again, will be the feature format for the first 8 games of this performance, and then the 9th game will switch it up on you, as we do every day here at Magic City Jai-Alai. And so still looking at the matinee performance, taking a look at the weekly stats. So Douglas, we mentioned on the board, win and a place in that matinee performance. Juice, actually, you mentioned it was kind of a shaky first game, but managed to find a perfect game in that game 1, I believe. Kind of ran the board, and then a long playoff in that game 1. So Juice on the board with a win. Ben got one, Tennessee, Bueno, and Carballo. And you mentioned Carballo. You said had a nice long talk with him, great coaching, and he came back, played inspired in that. I mean, the only word we say, we use it a lot, but inspired. I mean, he just looked like a completely different player.
Yes, my coaching.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know
yes,
what?
Obviously, my coaching. No, it was a good conversation.
Sure.
It was a good conversation. And then afterwards, try to reinforce it. Try to reinforce the fact that he did it differently. So if you can visualize what you've done wrong and then do it right, and then have that reinforced, you got a chance, if he can stay focused on that, to do well.
Yeah, and certainly focus there for Carballo, a win, and another place for him as well in that matinee performance. And taking a look at the doubles standings as well. That team of Douglas and Lamonte continuing to separate themselves from the pack. They now have a 10-length lead over first place in the championship doubles tournament here at Magic City. We'll have a couple different doubles tournaments throughout the duration of our season. This first doubles tournament will play up through June 27th, so we got a month left of play. We're on to week number 4 already, and a 10-length lead for that team of Douglas and Lamonte. They have 17 wins. And then the tie for second, you got 2 teams, Tennessee and Bueno. And the team of Kubala and Asier playing particularly good Jai-Alai in that doubles. Asier had a big week in singles and doubles, and Kubala too, kind of trapped in some of those later games as well, but been playing good in singles play, and then doubles they poured it on. They had 4 wins last week, so Kubala, Asier, 7 wins. They're tied with Tennessee and Bueno for second. And then a tie for 4th place. You have the teams of Ikeda and Fred is not performing in this performance, is not playing in this performance, so they cannot, unfortunately, can't add any to their total. And Carballo and Juice also with 5 wins in the double season. So those top 5 teams right there, 17, 7, 7, 5, and 5 respectively. So pretty tight for that second place prize, the first place. These teams are going to have to make a quick adjustment, and it's got to be in a hurry, Stu. They only have a month left to play, and they continue to just pour on those victories in doubles. With now less than 1 minute to game number 1.
And a reminder that there is a scratch. Game 1, post 5, scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with El Barba. El Barba is going in for Diaz in game 1, post 5. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin game number 1, a spectacular 7. Singles match, play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1 is number 26, Lamonte. Receiving in the blue at post 2, number 31, Asier. First matchup has Lamonte serving Asier. Yeah, we're just going to wait for our judge to put his glove on. Yeah, thanks, Ben. There's the serve. Game 1 has begun. Lamonte reaches up, makes the catch. Here's Aussier from the 8 line. Strong backhand throw by Aussier. Lamonte to the outside. Gonna score.
Wow.
Point 1. White shirt at post 3 receives. Here's CRB. Low and hard to the inside. Lamonte's there. It's a nice backhand throw by Lamonte. Here's CRB. Point 3. CRB in our next matchup serves to the green shirt at post 4. Vuelo. It's a great throw by Vuelo. He gets it to pass. Back to the side wall. CRB keeps that Rebote in play. Here's Vuelo again. Vuelo goes deep. Rebote save. It's a 2-wall. Vuelo on the run. He caught it. 3-wall play. Perfect placement's going to score. Point 4. Black shirt at post 5 receives. Here's number 77, El Barba. He's substituting for Diaz. Backhand by El Barba. Rebote. It's a save by Vuelo. Point 4. Here's post 6 in the yellow shirt. Tennessee. Big backhand by Tennessee. Swing and a miss, midcourt. Point 6. Our next matchup has Tennessee serving to the pink shirt of post 7. Here's Cool Fitness. Great catch by Tennessee. Nice backhand. Cool Fitness with a good catch. That clipped the side wall and scored. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8. Here's Juice. It's a hard throw to the inside. Cool Fitness had it and dropped it. Point 8. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return is Aussier. Strong backhand throw by Aussier. Ball got to the outside where it scored. Point 8. Here's post 1, Lamonte. Ball tipped off the serve. Point 8. Possible game point for Juice in post 8. Trying to stop him, CRB. Strong backhand by CRB. CRB on the left side again. Hard to the inside. Juice has it on the right side. Good catch by CRB. Almost point in game. Post 8. Juice. 8 wins it. 4 places. 6, 7, 1, and 3 will pair off and play off for third place. 6 first serves to 7. Point 6. 1 now serves to 3. Ball missed. Point 3. Strong backhand. Clears the overhead screen. CRB on the forehand catch. Carom by CRB. Caught the top of the pad. That's a third place finish for Post 6, Tennessee. Unofficial order finish, 8-4-6. Results are official. Coming in first, Post 8, Juice. Taking second, Post 4, Vuelo. Coming in third, Post 6, Tennessee. And your prices will be up in just a moment. There are your prices. The Quinella, 4-8. That's first and second any order, 4-8 or 8-4, $69.70. Trifecta, 8-4-6. That's first, second, and third place finish, $285 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 2. Spectacular 7 scoring. Post time for Game 7. For Game 2, rather. Just 7 minutes away.
So a little better game 1 than we had in the matinee,
yes,
for sure, but that's all part of the process here. A lot of those guys you see in the first game, you had this idea a couple years ago to hire and train players from scratch.
Right.
And you've been one of the guys that's sort of been here from the start.
From day one.
From day one
with training.
Teaching with all this stuff. So maybe explain a little bit about the process and how these guys sort of got here and a little bit the Magic City difference, why we do highlight a little differently here.
Well, they sought me out. I had been done with highlight for about 4, maybe 5 years. And the primary reason why they had sought me out was that I was one person who worked in management in highlight who had actually played in the Miami Highlight School for 5 years, from 13 to 18. I've actually been around amateur highlights since I was 4 or 5 years old, but I started formal training in the Miami Highlight School, so no one else had training in a highlight training program. So I had 5 years before leaving for college. I opted not to play professional highlight, which was a great gift to professional highlight. However, I've always been very tight around highlight. I've been around it my entire life. Then went into announcing in 91, and then into management. I was assistant general manager of Miami Highlight, Tampa Highlight, Fort Pierce Highlight, and Ocala Highlight from 97 to 2013, and one of the responsibilities that I had was putting rosters together in conjunction with the player managers. So I brought that player personnel supervision to Magic City, in addition to what I had previously done in the Miami Highlight School. And I've always been a stickler about form and about training, and so we brought in J.R. Juan Ramon Arasate, or Ara. Yes. And so between Ara and myself, we divide the practices up, and we had a fairly, players were trained as traditionally as they could be. They were brought on. The main difference is that in other training programs, whether it was North Miami Amateur Highlight School or the Miami Highlight School or any of the places overseas, is that kids would get into it, and the ones who wouldn't take to it would not get a job. Here, we start off with a group of guys, and whether they were good or not, they were going to have to start in 6 months, and so that was definitely different. That was one major difference in how you would see training programs elsewhere. So it's like I often said, and I think I'm repeating it, but I often said that the greatest gift that I ever gave to Jai-Alai wasn't the 30-odd years of management or whatever. It was not playing professional Jai-Alai, even though I was in the Miami Highlight School I could have more than likely, back in '87, gone to and played in Fort Pierce or Ocala, but no, I wasn't good enough. It's just that simple. After years of playing, so realistically, where these players are concerned, they've improved at varying levels. Most players don't come to professional ranks of Jai-Alai with less than 3 to 5 years of professional experience. With 3 to 5 years of amateur experience. Here, they had experience in previous sports, and so we based their training for the most part on that. Then last year, which was year 2, we brought in Kubala, who had about 14 years of amateur play, and Douglas, who, whether or not people want to believe it, doesn't make a difference. He learned how to play in North Carolina in a batting cage, and with no side wall, no back wall, not even a front wall, and gradually went to a racquetball court. And so this is a truly unique program.
Yeah, very.
Absolutely unique program from training on. But I would say that what we do in the off season is as traditional training as you'd find anywhere else. It's as traditional as I remember my training back in the Miami Highlight School in the 80s, and as much as any as I've seen.
Yeah. And obviously, a lot of these guys you mentioned coming from these sporting backgrounds, and they've made the jump, much quicker than maybe someone who's never played any sport would. And a lot of those 2-year guys as well, only been on the roster. You mentioned Douglas and Kubala, also Bueno, CRB, and Lamonti. So Bueno, CRB, Lamonti, another of those guys that have only been playing for 2 years. So they're improving at different rates. Bueno, different rates, excuse me. We can talk in this afternoon, but Bueno had some experience. His father was a terrific player, and he mentioned in his profile he would just go to Miami Jai-Alai and throw the ball against a wall starting at however old he was. And you've known him for since he was this tall.
I've actually known Bueno's father. Remember back before he turned pro when I was a kid at Orbeas. And then by Orbeas we mean not the player, but at Orbeas Amateur Jai-Alai. So I've known Benny a long time.
That's why he wears the number 22 in honor of his father, and wearing it well, certainly to begin this 2020 season for Bueno. Let's take a look at his stats. Killing it in the place and show, which isn't in the place in particular, which isn't necessarily good, but also 11 wins. So in 5th place overall, that is Bueno, number 22. In terms of wins, he's got 11 wins on the year, 20 places, which is much higher than anyone else. Next closest looks like 15 on the board and 9 shows as well. So a terrific season for Bueno. Playing out of the 4-post in Game 2, so see how he does there.
1 minute to go till we begin Game 2. We're going to begin Game 2 in just a minute.
Putting in the stats for that last game, Juice, 2 for 2 in Game 1 today. You can only play the games on your schedule. He's winning those, so congrats to Juice. He's got 5 wins now on the year. Only had 3 coming into today, so 2 more. Nice day for him.
And with that, we are ready to begin Game number 2, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1 is Anderluck. Receiving in the blue at post 2 is Ben. Anderluck serves. We begin Game 2. Ben from the forehand to the inside. Anderluck's there. Strong backhand throw. Rebote. High to the front wall. Anderluck grabs it. Returns it. Another rebote for Ben. Ben high again on the rebote. Cortada. scores for Anderluck. Point one. One serves to post three. Here's Jedden. And the Cortada. Hard throw from the forehand just above that pad that says Magic City will score. Jedden receives in the white shirt at post three. Ball taken in the air by Anderluck. Hard throw. Caught by Jedden. Jedden goes deep. Rabote coming out. Rabote left side to the inside by Anderluck. Jedden's there. Hard throw. Will score for Anderluck. Point one. Here's post four in the green shirt. Number 22, Bueno. Powerful backhand throw by Anderluck. Rabote by Bueno. Stays in and scores. Point four. Now receiving the black shirt of post five. Here's Wello. Catch by Bueno. Wello missed it. Point four. Here's post six in the yellow shirt. Number 24, Cool Fitness receives. Point four. Bueno will serve to the pink shirt of post seven. Our next matchup has Bueno serving to Tennessee. It's a strong throw by Tennessee. Rabote left side by Bueno. Up, up, and away. That's out of play. Hit the top rail. Point seven. Here now to complete the first round and receive wearing the purple shirt. Post 8 is El Barba. Good catch made by Tennessee. Hard throw. Forehand Rabote by El Barba. He'll keep that in play. Here's Tennessee. Scoop. Missed. Point seven. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return is Ben. Tennessee manages to get up in time and throws the backhand. Nice. Rabote saved by Ben. Here's Tennessee. Hard throw. Taken in the air by Ben. Karam scores. Karam, the two-wall shot from the forehand. Thrown to the side wall, to the front wall, in, and scoring to the outside. Point two. Here's post three, the white shirt. Jedden receives. Nice throw by Ben. Jedden got it.
Great catch.
Holds on to it. Point three. Anderluck returns. Post one, the red shirt. It's a nice left side rebote. Good catch by Anderluck. Jedden tipped the ball at the 7 line, point 1. Anderluck has 4 points. He serves to post 5. The black shirt worn by Vuelo. Vuelo from the 10 line. Anderluck takes it on the forehand. Great catch, almost made. He stopped it well, just couldn't hold on to it. Point 1. Possible game point for Anderluck in the red shirt at post 1. Trying to stop him. Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness on the backhand. Scooped up by Anderluck, and he holds on to it. Anderluck again from the left side. Ball tip, that's point in game to the red shirt at post 1. Anderluck. One wins it, 4 places, 7, 2, and 3 will play off for 3rd place. 7 first serves to 2. Powerful backhand by Ben. Point 2. Ben has 4 points and a possible show point. Trying to stop him is Jedden in the white shirt at post 3. And on the rebote, he gets it over Jedden's head. Jedden for the rebote. Nice rebote by Jedden. Play to the inside. Ben's there. Ben goes deep. Jedden sets for another rebote. Gets it to the front wall. Here's Ben. Ben gives him another one. Jedden's there. Point 3. Three serves 2. This is show point. Rebote hits the sidewall. Ben takes it in the air. He's got it. Returns it. Jedden. Jedden makes the rebote. Nice soft touch to the inside. Ben chased it down but could not make the play. Point and show. 2, post 3, Jedden. Unofficial order finish 1, 4, 3. There are your prices for Game 2. The 1-4-3 is how it came in. So first and second, in any order, that's the Quinella. 1-4 or 4-1, $10.80. Looks like a lot of people cashing in on that Quinella. Good. Trifecta, 1-4-3, 1-12-20. That's first, second, and third place finishing. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 3. That's the first doubles game of our 3 doubles games in today's performance. Next game is played 2. 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There is a scratch. Game 3, post 4. Scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ikeda. Game 3, post 4. Scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ikeda. Post time for Game 3, 8 minutes away.
And before we get into the first doubles game, this afternoon performance, we have a video that we call it the Rebote Recap. It recaps last week's action here at Magic City Jai-Alai, gives you an update on singles play, update on doubles, some of the standout performances of the week, and fantasy Jai-Alai updates now, and also featuring the Rebote Play of the Week. So all in one, here is the Rebote Recap for week number 4, last week's play. Take a look.
4 weeks down in Magic City Jai-Alai's 2020 season, and to no one's surprise, our reigning champion number 13 Douglas continues to hold on to that top spot in the singles championship standings. The Wonder Boy started week 4 off with an uncharacteristic day of 0 in the money finishes. Not to worry, he was able to turn that around in a hurry, finishing off the last 3 days of play with 4 wins. Douglas's 19 singles victories so far in the season is impressive, no doubt, but it gives him only a 2-game lead ahead of the equally determined second-place player, number 23, Ikeda. After going winless in his previous week of Jai-Alai action, Ikeda completely flipped the script in week 4. Anderluck and Vuelo are only about a metaphorical length behind first place with 14 and 13 wins respectively, but they're going to have to stay sharp if they want to catch up to the 2 runaway ponies at the front of the pack. Not only did Ikeda earn 5 singles wins in week 4, but he also capped off the week with his second golden cesta of the season. Number 23 left the digital fans and his competition in awe with his silky smooth play and unmatched consistency. Ikeda is now the only player on the 2020 roster with multiple Player of the Week awards. In our first doubles championship tournament of the season, the strategy of keeping the ball away from Douglas seems to be backfiring as he and Lamonte continue to fly up the leaderboard. Though they didn't quite match their unworldly output from week 3, they were able to secure 4 more doubles wins to maintain their gargantuan lead over the rest of the teams. With their 14 wins, the team of Douglas and Lamonte have twice as many victories as the teams of Bueno and Tennessee and Asier and Kubala, who are going into week 5 with a total of 7 wins. Asier and Kubala were one team in particular that stormed back from the depths of the leaderboard in week 4. They officially tossed their hat back in the ring with an impressive 4-win week. Kubala seemed to catch every ball that came his way, and Asier played the perfect complementary role in the front court with a display of improved patience and excellent shot making. Asier and Kubala will need to continue at this torrent pace if they, or any other team for that matter, want to continue to put pressure on Douglas and Lamonte. We've seen some comeback kids in Magic City's history, so nothing is impossible. This past week, the Jai-Alai Channel made history with the first ever Fantasy Jai-Alai League. Here's how it works. Every week, members of the league draft a new fantasy team of 4 players. Out of the roster of 4, 3 must be singles players and 1 must be a doubles team. Each player and doubles team has a dollar value assigned to it based on the statistical averages from the season. The objective is for league members to build the highest scoring fantasy team using a $21 budget every week. The fantasy team with the highest point total at the end of each week will win a prize. Plus, at the end of the season, a specialty prize will be given to the fantasy team with the highest overall points total. The scoring system for Magic City's Fantasy League is as follows: 5 points per win, 3 points per place, 2 points per show, and 1 point per quad. Every week is a new chance to start earning points for your fantasy team, so new league members can join at any time. Entries must be submitted by 11:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Thursday to be valid. In other words, fantasy teams must be drafted every week prior to the first serve of the week. Our second week of Fantasy Jai-Alai action kicks off this upcoming week, so visit fantasyjai-alai.com to draft your own fantasy team and start winning today. This week's Rebote play goes to a guy with a pretty impressive bloodline, number 31, Asier. Asier struggled in both singles and doubles play at the beginning of week 4, but he still managed to get his head in the game and continually found himself in the coveted win column, 7 times to be exact. Perhaps Asier's inspired play was sparked by this helmet-flying, diving, no-look Rebote save in the first performance of the week. You're going to have to see this one to believe it. Take a look at this Rebote play of the week.
Here's Cool Fitness on the forehand. Nice and hard to the front wall. Gets by Kubala. Assier with a diving save to make the save. Beautiful by Assier.
And that was the Rabote recap. Recapping week 4 was last week's action here at Magic City.
With 2 minutes to go, we did have a question that actually got forward
interesting question.
by the lovely Lindsay.
Yes.
And someone is concerned, apparently, about Tennessee. How he has a habit of falling. Look, he trained for many, many, many years as a baseball player and played the game at the highest level. He obviously played Major League Baseball. Yeah, and the players are being excessively loud back here, as you could see.
A lot of screaming.
As I was saying, players are getting a little rambunctious. Anyway, so Tennessee, basically, he's clumsy. He's extremely coordinated as far as baseball is concerned. But once you tie a cesta onto his hand and have him run for a ball, it's his footwork is off.
Maybe too big. Yeah, he's very tall, very lanky, like almost too big for his body, almost a little bit.
He's awkward.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
He's awkward.
Yeah, there's nothing with the shoe, nothing with the
He's
grip.
He's tried different shoes. No, he just has a habit of going down on the floor and doing that. It's you haven't seen it elsewhere in Jai-Alai. It's something that's unique to Magic City, and it's unique to a couple of our players who are willing to go down to the ground like that when it's not a fall down Rabota.
Especially the bigger guys too. You know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And you know, Tennessee, for all the times he's gone down, is kind of mastered that fall down Rabote and not really hurting himself or falling down and not hurting himself in any way, really.
So let's begin Game 3, the first of our 3 doubles games here at Magic City Jai-Alai. This game's played 5 points and begins to 7 points rather, and begins the high 5. Serving in the red shirts, post 1. We have Lamonte and Douglas. Receiving in the blue, post 2. Cool Fitness and Jedden. And Jedden's continuing to tie a cesta. That might be the longest tying of a cesta we've ever seen, but he was being very talkative beforehand, so maybe now he'll begin. There we go. Lamonte serves. We begin Game 3 with an underserve. Point 2. White shirts, post 3. Bueno and Tennessee receive. Bueno picks the serve. Throws it right outside. Jedden got it. Jedden returns a 2-all. That scores. Wow. Point 2. That'll bring to the court the green shirts of post 4. Substituting for Diaz is Ikeda in the front court. Anderluck in the back. There's a reverse by Anderluck. Ball tipped by Ikeda at the 9 line. Point 2. Here are the black shirts of post 5. Our next matchup has Jedden serving to El Barba and Ben. There's a backhand by Ben. Jedden, forehand Rabote, missed it. Point 5. Yellow shirts of post 6, CRB and Vuelo receive. Fuello from the forehand comes strong and tipped by Ben. Point 6. Post 7 receives the pink shirts. Asier and Kubala. Asier takes it. Goes outside with it. Went too far outside with it. Point 6. In our next matchup, CRB is serving to the purple shirts at post 8, Juice and Carballo. This will finish the first round of play. Fuello with a good catch. Carballo from the forehand. Rebote forehand by Carballo. Floater scores. Point 8. 8 gets the last point of the first round. All points are now double through the end of the game for all matchups. Post 1 returns. Red shirts. Powerful backhand throw by Douglas. Swing and a miss midcourt. Point 1. In our next matchup, Lamonte serves to the white shirts at post 3. Bueno and Tennessee. Tennessee from the 12 line over the top. Douglas makes the catch. He goes deep. Rebote for Bueno. 2-all. Stopped by Lamonte. He returns it. Bueno dropped it. Way to go, Lamonte. Point 1.
They're trying to avoid this, guy, Stu. Got that one for sure. Great catch, great throw.
Post 4 returns the green shirts, Ikeda and Anderluck. Great catch by Douglas. There's the backhand throw. Caught in the air by Anderluck. Good catch by Anderluck. He comes over the top. Long carom. Caught by Lamonte again. Powerful backhand throw by Douglas. Anderluck's got it. Douglas on the forehand. Hard throw. Anderluck looks for the rebote. He makes the rebote nicely to the inside. Powerful throw by Douglas. Rebote coming out. Ikeda's on it. Placement to the inside. Stopped by Douglas. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Ikeda for the rebote. Douglas going for the rebote. Missed. Well played by both teams. Point 4. The blue at post 2 returns. Jedden and Cool Fitness. A hard throw. Caught a piece of the sidewall. No getting that one. Point 2. Possible game point for Jedden and Cool Fitness trying to stop them. El Barba and Ben. El Barba picked the serve, then dropped it. That's point in game to the blue post 2. Cool Fitness and Jedden. 2 wins it. 1 places 6 serves to 4. This is for 3rd place. That's an overserve. Point and show to post for the green shirts, Ikeda and Anderluck. Unofficial order finish 2-1-4. That was a spirited doubles game, I think is a good word for it.
Yeah, the play was certainly better there, and you always get that interesting point with the team of Anderluck and Ikeda always sort of brings out the better play. You got two guys there that are two of those, feature game players. They play together as a doubles team, really pushes everyone. You saw a couple really good points there.
And once again, kudos to Lamonte.
Yeah.
They're going to throw it at him. He's going to catch it. That's
right.
Great.
Yeah.
$2 Quinella. That's first and second in any order. 1-2 or 2-1, 46-60. The trifecta, 2-1-4, 471-80. Trifecta is first, second, and third place finishing. And a beautiful win price on the 2 to win. 2 to win, returning $29.40. That's a $2 price. So if you bet $2 on 2 to win, just picked up almost $30. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our fourth game. Spectacular 7 scoring. There's a scratch. Game 4, post 5. Scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with El Barba. Game 4, post 5. Scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with El Barba. Game 4 also begins today's Pick 3. Post time for the fourth game, 6 minutes away.
And folks, before game number 4, we have another video here. This one, going to explain some more of the rules of Jai-Alai, in particular, how to win, how to lose, what keeps you on the court as opposed to making the walk back to the bench. Well, you're going to find out. Here it is.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And that was Jai-Alai explained, winning and losing. If you're new to the sport, we hope that certainly clears up a couple of the rules. And then going back to that doubles game, Stu, interesting point, just thinking out loud here. Last season, Douglas played with his partner, Rock, right?
Yes.
In terms of skill, I would say Lamonte is, probably definitely more skilled as a player than Rock would be. And last season, Douglas with Rock plowed through everybody. And people are, obviously improving at the same rate. And then this year, they sort of come back with a similar strategy. So we talked about how teams are trying to feed Lamonte. It's not necessarily a one-year thing. This is a 2-year thing. And over the course of 2 years, every tournament that Douglas has played in with a partner that is supposedly the weaker of the two players and teams try to pepper him, they've stormed through everyone. So at this, what I'm saying maybe is it time for officially to get the new strategy for doubles against Douglas?
Oh, no question about
Yeah.
it. No question about it. Again, and I'll repeat this endlessly, Jai-Alai is as much a mental game as it is anything else. And by mental, I mean when you walk on the court and your cesta's tied on, it's what degree of concentration do you have? You'll see the guys talking with each other during the practices or chatting, but when do you focus on the ball? And that's something that comes through time in Jai-Alai. It's just something that gradually comes through time.
Right.
So, realistically, you want to do what's, with prize money on the line for the players, you want to do what's going to be in the best interests of of making as much money as
and
possible.
try to win.
And then with all the bonus money that's on the line for these tournaments, you obviously going to want to finish these points. But realistically, if they just played the points, if they just threw it back, throw your shots when you have your shots, whether Lamonte's standing there or not. Throw it back the other times. That's what they need to do.
And updating those overall standings in doubles there. Jedden and Cool Fitness, nice for them. Their first win of the season was a perfect game. Picked up win number 2 right there. So 2 wins for the team of Jedden and Cool. Now there's a 3-way tie of teams with 2 wins. Anderluck and Diaz have 3. Carballo and Juice with 5. And then Kubala, Asier, and Tennessee and Bueno, those teams both have 7. So Jedden and Cool right back in the mix there for second place. A nice win. They've also played considerably less games as Jedden was injured to start the year. So a nice win for that team. And that's an interesting team there, Stu. And, one that might not jump off the page, but 2 very competitive guys. And, Jedden, all it takes is maybe one shot. He had a really good catch in that first game. And it seemed that once he caught that, his momentum, his focus completely changed. He was moving a lot. He was very active out there. So all it takes for him, a really athletic guy, is just one good play to really turn it around for him. We'll see if that team could potentially get on a run with that win there.
With 2 minutes to go, this is a reminder that we do have a scratch. Game 4, post 5. You want to scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with El Barba. Game 4, post 5. Scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with El Barba. Post time now, just 1 minute away.
And folks, if you're enjoying what you are watching on the Jai-Alai Channel on YouTube, make sure to follow us on Instagram as well. Working on that Jai-Alai Channel Instagram page. There's going to have a Jai-Alai game glossary. There's going to be wagering terms, coined phrases, up-to-date info on South Florida Jai-Alai, including all performance schedules, some player details, and more to come. So make sure to follow the Jai-Alai Channel on Instagram, spelled the same way as it is on YouTube. And obviously Jai-Alai spelled a little awkwardly if you're new to the game, so make sure to get the spelling right there for you, Jaialai, and that's the Jai-Alai Channel on Instagram. And up there already, they have a definition for fronton. They have what place means in terms of wagering. So you're going to get, those are the type of things you're going to see that help sort of clear up some of those rules if you're new to the sport.
We're ready to begin game number 4, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points with all points doubling after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1, have number 18 CRB, receiving the blue at post 2, Juice. CRB serves. We're ready to begin. Good catch by Juice. Forehand rebote by CRB, played nicely. Juice looks for the rebote. Throws it to the pad. Point 1. CRB's first up on the board in our 4th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt, post 3. Number 24, Cool Fitness. Scoop by CRB. That's a nice backhand throw. That's an excellent rebote save by Cool Fitness. CRB's got it at the 5 line. Great catch by Cool Fitness. He goes hard to the inside. CRB going for it on the right side. That's going to miss. Point 3. Well played by Cool Fitness and CRB. In our next matchup, Cool Fitness serves to the green shirt at post 4, Lamonte. Ball tipped by Lamonte. Point 3. I'll bring to the court the black shirt, post 5, substituting for Diaz is El Barba. Ball tipped by Cool Fitness at the 9 line. Point 5. Receiving the yellow shirt of post 6, Tennessee receives. Powerful forehand throw by Tennessee. That's going to score off of El Barba Cesta. Point 6. Pink shirt of post 7. Asier received. Asier from the backhand at the 11 line. Caught in the air by Tennessee. Hard throw to the inside. Rebote by Asier, off the court. Point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8, number 29, Vuelo. Over serve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That went past the 7 on the serve. This point goes to post 8. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. Here's Juice. Vuelo going for the rebote. Missed. Point 2. Two serves to post 1, CRB. Ball missed. Point 1. CRB has 3 points. He serves to Lamonte. Point 4. Here's post 3, Cool Fitness. Ball tipped by Lamonte. Almost got him. Point 3. Cool Fitness has 4 points. Here's El Barba. Backhand by El Barba. Here's Cool Fitness from that 9 line. Rebote by El Barba. Scoop by Cool Fitness. Rebote by El Barba. Cool Fitness on the run. He got it on the left side. Straight back it goes. El Barba makes the rebote save. Cool Fitness holds on to it on the forehand. Scoop attempt missed. Point 3. Possible game point here for the white shirt at post 3. Cool Fitness trying to stop him. Asier. Powerful backhand by Asier. Rebote, 2-all. Lands in and scores for the win. Point in game 2. Cool Fitness. That was interesting. Don't know what it was, but it was interesting.
Yeah. riding the Cesta off the courts.
3 wins it. 1 places. 6, 2, and 4 will play off for third place. 6 first serves to 2. Ball knocked down by Juice. Point 6. Possible show point, which is the third place finish for Tennessee. Trying to stop him, Lamonte. Nice backhand throw by Lamonte. Hard throw by Tennessee. Ball ruled tip first time round. Point and show, post 6, Tennessee. Unofficial order of finish, 3-1-6. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 4 are official. Coming in first, Post 3, Cool Fitness. Taking second, Post 1, CRB. Coming in third, Post 6, Tennessee. 3-1-6 is the official order of finish. There are your prices. The $2 quinella, 1-3. That's 1-3 or 3-1. First and second, any order, $49. Trifecta, 3-1-6, 532 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 5. A spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. There's a scratch. Game 5, post 5. Scratch Diaz. Replace Diaz with Ikeda. Game 5, post 5. Scratch Diaz. Replace Diaz with Ikeda. Post time for Game 5. Just about 7 minutes away.
We talked about at the beginning of the broadcast how these guys have a lot less experience playing than most other typical professional highlight players. Well, that's because it was an idea started by Scott here, Scott 7, training players from scratch to play highlight. We had that idea, brought a camera crew in. They made a whole documentary about it, actually won Best Documentary in 2019. So here's a preview to Magic City Hustle.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. One stop, boy, $20.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play highlight.
I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train highlight players?
When I first got the email, I thought it was pranking me.
I need some clarity on this.
I went on YouTube and I Googled highlight.
I was like, Jai-Alai. They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
Having the work, played Division I sport, and then I had a child on the way, so I dropped out.
The crack era was tough. Sports in general was a way out of our environment.
It's really game time now, man. Blood, sweat, and tears.
We got the streets on fire.
This is gonna be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is going to pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I gotta win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
And that is a preview for Magic City Hustle. if you would like it. It's a $5 purchase. There's a link on MagicCityCasino.com website or MagicCityHustle.com directly. If you type that in, it'll take you to the site where you can purchase it. And one of the main stars of that, Stu, Cool Fitness, I mean, shows you what a difference a week could make. Going back to week number 4, last week's action, played in 17 singles games, 1 win in 1 place, 2 games in the money, very low percentages across the board this week already. Singles play for Cool Fitness, 1 win coming in that last game and 2 places. So already surpassing his total in 6 games, and him and Jedden took game number 3 in that doubles play. So let's see if that team can ride this wave, ride that momentum into another victory here in game number 5.
4 minutes till we begin Game 5. Reminder, the scratch, Game 5, Post 5. Scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ikeda. Game 5, Post 5. Scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ikeda.
And for those of you playing along with the Fantasy Jai-Alai game, fantasyjai-alai.com. New link for that fantasy game. If you have the old one, that will still work, but fantasyjai-alai.com will take you to that same page, a much easier link to type in and remember, of course. Play for Week 5 kicked off with the matinee this morning. And the stats are updated through the matinee performance. All the totals, win, place, show, and quads are all in there. And looking at that, Hot Sauce for your Dejadas in the lead, 31 points. Nix in second place with 30, and top 3 Flyers also with 28. And Stu, want to give a shout out. I believe Sarasota Kenny plays under Tampa Jai-Alai, maybe our oldest player participating, 85 years old in this Fantasy Jai-Alai League. So
That's
if there's anyone over 85, let us know. But I mean, that certainly deserves a shout out. Father of Steve Martin. So shout out Sarasota Kenny, 85 years old, playing this fantasy game. So
That's
we
fantastic.
appreciate that. No excuse for anyone else. Play this game. A lot of fun. We have prizes every week and a season-long prize. So the person that gets the most wins throughout the course of the season will win a particularly bigger prize. So that's to be announced, and we're in suspense as well. So we don't know if we did. Don't know if we could tell you anyway, but that should be a much bigger prize and a much better prize. And that will be the overall season. And then we have weekly prizes every single week. So make sure to update your lineup every week.
Season tickets to Magic City concerts next year. Wouldn't that be fun?
That's an idea.
I just invented that. I don't know that's a thing.
Stu's going to get the entry in.
I just hope that Scott wasn't eating when he heard that, because all of a sudden, clank. Exactly. The fork hits the plate. What? What did he say?
Those are cool. Yeah, Magic City. They do have the concerts. We can work, and those are fun. They had my favorite one was Tito Nieves and Luis Enrique, 2 guys that I can tell you I have never heard before that concert.
And
probably a big shocker.
All their DVDs. Or all of their CDs.
Now I got all their collectibles. No, but that was really exciting. A lot of energy, and that was actually the first concert of the year, so that was a free one. There were a lot of people there. Really cool. So when we can have those again, which we don't know when, but those are definitely cool. Check that out. A lot more than just a casino here. Jai-Alai, I got the games and those concerts, so big stuff. Magic
Absolutely.
City, yes.
With 1 minute to go, reminder, the scratch, Game 5, Post 5. Scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ikeda. Game 5, Post 5. Scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ikeda. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin game number 5, a spectacular 7 doubles match. This game is played to 7 points, and all points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts, post 1, we have Bueno and Tennessee. Receiving in the blue, post 2, El Barba and Ben. Here's the serve. We begin game 5. Big backhand by Ben. Taken in the air by Tennessee. Ben on the left side. Catch by Bueno. Good catch by El Barba in the front court. El Barba from the 7 line. Winds up. There's a 2-all. Bueno stopped it. Return to Karam, too much. That's out of play. Point 2. It's a good way to start off our 5th game. In our next matchup, El Barba will serve to the white shirts at post 3, Asier and Kubala. Asier takes the serve. Soft touch is all he needs. That'll score for Asier. De Hava, the soft play, the drop shot, scores. Point 3. Green shirts at post 4 will receive CRB and Vuelo. And that's an underserve. Point 4. Black shirts at post 5. Ikeda substitutes for Diaz in the front court. Anderluck's in the back. There's a serve by CRB. Here's Anderluck on the backhand. Good catch by Vuelo. Catch on the forehand of Ikeda. Ikeda goes low and hard. Vuelo's there. Anderluck from the 11 line. Robote saved by Vuelo. Here's Anderluck. Ball tipped by Vuelo at the 11 line. Point 5. I'll bring up the yellow shirts of post 6 for our next matchup. Ikeda is serving to Jedden and Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness with the catch. There's the backhand. Caught by Anderluck. Anderluck goes deep. Jedden calls for the Robote. Anderluck with some great hustle to try to make that Robote. He just missed. Point 6. Pink shirts at post 7 receive. Here's Lamonte and Douglas. Cool Fitness with a drop ball behind the 13 line. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive in the purple shirts of post 8, Juice and Carballo. Carballo from the backhand. Robote by Lamonte. Nope. Point 8. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return. The red shirts at post 1 in the second round. Here are Bueno and Tennessee. Tennessee from the forehand. Bueno. Carballo lets it pass to the Robote. He makes a spectacular Robote save. Tennessee reaches way up. Makes a great catch. Juice has the ball. Forehand Robote by Bueno. Scoop missed. Robote not there. Point 1. One has 2 points and is serving to the blue of post 2, El Barba, and Ben return. El Barba going for the serve, cannot make the play. Point 1. One has 4 points, serving to post 3 in the white shirts, Asier and Kubala. Kubala from the left side. He goes deep. Robote's out. Bueno for the Robote, nice and inside. Kubala makes the save, keeps the point alive. Here's Bueno all the way up at the 3 line. It scores. Point 1. Possible game point for the red shirts at post 1. Bueno and Tennessee trying to stop them in the green of post 4. CRB and Vuelo. That ball goes in and out of the cesta. We have point in game for the red shirts at post 1. Bueno and Tennessee. Kind of a lengthy playoff here for second and third place. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, and 4 all have 1 point. 5 first serves to 6. Powerful forehand throw by Cool Fitness. Here's Anderluck. Point 6. Six now serves to 7. Lamonte and Douglas. Ball dropped by Jedden. Point 7. Lamonte serves to post 8. The purple shirts, Juice and Carballo. Under serve. Point 8. 8 has 3 points, serving to post 2. El Barba and Ben. Again, this is a playoff for second and third place. Powerful backhand throw by Ben. Karam did not work. Point 8. Possible place point for the 8. Juice and Carballo trying to stop them. Post 3. Asier and Kubala. Robote left side by Carballo. That's a beautiful Robote. Good catch by Kubala. Carballo basically pushing Juice out of the way to get to that Robote. Yeah. Point 3. 3 has 3 points. Here's post 4. CRB and Vuelo. Over serve. Point 4. 4 has 3 points, serving to post 5, Ikeda and Anderluck. Ball tipped by Anderluck, point 4. Possible place point for the 4. Trying to stop them. Jedden and Cool Fitness. Powerful backhand. Caught in the front court by CRB. CRB's return scores. Point and place to post 4, 8 shows. Unofficial order finish 1, 4, 8. Your prices will be up in just a moment. It's like all the air got sucked out of the room after the win, and that playoff was, wow, not great.
Those 7-man playoffs, interesting how you got to have a perfect game or everyone has the same amount of points to get there. Usually pretty rare, and those longer playoffs sometimes can drag on a little bit for sure.
This one definitely did. Absolutely. But it's over now, and the prices are up. The $2 Quinella, 1-4. That's 1-4 or 4-1. That's first and second in any order. $92.20. That's a high-paying Quinella. No question about that. With a 1 on top? Surprising. Trifecta, 148. 642 even. That's first, second, and third place finishing. And there are consolations in the exactas if you're playing exacta wagers. First and second in order. Up next, Game 6, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points with all points doubling after the first round of play. Game 6 is scratch-free. I don't think I've ever said that before. Scratch-free. It means that there's no scratches. I don't know. We'll see if it sticks. Post time for Game 6 is just about 7 minutes away.
I like scratch-free, but every time we talk about the fact that there are no scratches, I don't know, we said this before, but one day we did it. That was the day that Diaz had the incident along the sidewall, and then the next day was the day that Fred, just before the doubles game, hurt his back. So I'm done, officially. As we said, I'm done, so maybe Stu hasn't... doesn't have a bad omen.
Commenting about how we don't have scratches?
Right, commenting. Well, I'm done with that for the season. So if I do, you can blame me if anything happens. I'm done.
No, unfortunately, scratches are part and parcel of highlight. They absolutely are. Some guys have a higher tolerance for pain than others. We obviously have Ron that's been back, and he's obviously been in pain. He's carrying some additional weight and hadn't practiced for 3 months. So the weight, the not having practice, the pain in his knee, all weighing on him, no question about it. However, he did play better today than he had played in the 3 performances that he played last week. So, there's...
In every way. He's just moving better, catching better, so,
Yeah, someone threw a 2-all on him, expecting him not to move.
Yeah, that happened a couple
and it wasn't a particularly good 2-all, but he got to it. And the 3 days of rest apparently really helped. Visits to the doctor definitely helped. So, we'll see what happens with Ron. And we do expect Diaz to be back on Saturday. Again, Diaz is actually here, applying ice to his knee.
You were talking about, guys sort of deal with injuries different, and Diaz, one of those guys that didn't have that much of an injury history going in. A couple of guys that play football is, much more grueling game than baseball compared to maybe some other sports, but a lot of guys are used to maybe playing with injuries, and you said Diaz is a guy that, not really familiar with it, and especially with a knee and something like that, you never want to risk it,
Well, the thing that he was saying that was particularly concerning is not specific pain or whatever. It's he doesn't feel confident.
Yeah.
And that's it. So if you're walking and you feel that you're going to move to a ball and you don't have confidence that your knee's not going to buckle. Yeah, that's...
No, you could definitely tell, one of the catches he's going into the side wall, turned a little bit more than usual. So, definitely get him rested. And it's a long season for these guys. They've got to play, we're through November, so a long way to go and want to play as many games as possible. So certainly in his best interest to get healthy, and we'll see him back hopefully soon.
And looking at the lineup for Game 6, Bueno on top, Bueno hot coming out of that doubles game. There's no question that nothing promotes better play like success in the last game. And Bueno was clearly successful in that game with Tennessee. So looking at Bueno, Anderluck, Tennessee, Ikeda, El Barba, Wello, Ben, Jedden. I don't know about Ikeda today. I don't think there's nothing particularly wrong. He's just not quite as on fire dominant as he has been in the past. He's just looking off today.
Right. Yeah, and sometimes it's just a matter of that concentration we're talking about and finishing through the shot. And seemed one of those plays, took his eye off of it, and that that could just be the difference. That little half second, could do the difference. And you mentioned Anderluck, but interesting in the stats here, he's one of the top guys. He had 4 wins week 1, 4 wins week 2, 5 wins week 3. These past couple of weeks has been struggling to get back on the board. So Anderluck in the 2. This could be a good opportunity for him to get a win back under his belt. And singles playing, it's been tough also with Diaz being out and a couple guys playing more games, maybe getting in more of a rhythm, whereas he has to take game off every other game. So look for him to maybe get one back here as certainly in the 2 post as well, one of the higher post positions, so more likely, and gets the double points sooner as well.
Absolutely. 2 minutes to go till we begin Game 6. Game 6 is now just 2 minutes away. Game 6 closes out today's Pick 3. And then we roll the what-ifs, I like to call them, the what-ifs. The what-ifs on the board to see if anybody's still alive in the high 5. That's part of every performance. They roll to that screen and you see if anyone's alive.
And updating double stats quickly before Game 6. Big win there for Tennessee and Bueno. You mentioned that elevates them into a solo second now. 17 wins for Douglas and Lamonti, 8 for Tennessee and Bueno, 7 for Kubala and Asier. Kubala Carballo, that usually gets us, but Kubala on its own. There's Kubala Asier, 7 wins. Tennessee Bueno, 8. Douglas and Lamonti, 17. And we paid 2 spots in doubles as opposed to 3 in singles, and that first doubles tournament concludes in just under a month now, so time running out. These guys need to make a move quickly.
We're ready to begin game number 6. A spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1 is number 22, Bueno. Receiving in the blue of post 2, number 1, Anderluck. Bueno serves. Game 6 has begun. That ball came off the sidewall pretty steep, went right between Bueno and the cesta. It scores, point 2. 2 first up on the board in our 6th game. Here's Tennessee in the white of post 3. Big right side by Tennessee. Anderluck goes for the scoop, missed it. Turn to make the rebote, didn't. Here's post 4. Ikeda receives. Point 4. Here's El Barba in the black of post 5. He came out from the 7 line. Good catch by El Barba. Reverse 2-all. Taken in the air by Ikeda. Ikeda gets it back hard where it scores. Point 4. Here's post 6 in the yellow shirt. Number 29, Vuelo receives. Our next matchup has Ikeda serving to Vuelo. Ikeda makes the catch. Hard throw to the inside. Vuelo with a good catch. Ikeda goes deep from the forehand. Rebote by Vuelo. Out of play. Point 4. Ikeda with 3 straight points. He now serves to the pink shirt of post 7. In this matchup, Ikeda serves to Ben. Robote forehand, swing and a miss, midcourt, 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, purple shirt of post 8, Jedden. Ben takes it in the air on the left side. Hard throw, caught by Jedden. Ben now from the 9 line. Jedden for the rebote. It's a 2-all rebote. Does not cut out. It's in the middle of the court. Here's Ben. Strong backhand by Ben. Rebote by Jedden. That's a beautiful rebote that time. He got around Jedden. Not easy. Jedden missed it, 0.7. He yelled at the ball. Oh. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return, post 1, the red shirt, Bueno. Rebote by Ben. Bueno goes deep. Rebote coming way out. Rebote by Ben to the outside. Bueno takes it in the air. Great catch by Ben. He holds on to it. Hard throw to the inside. Caught by Bueno. Rebote by Ben to the overhead screen. 0.1. Bueno serves to Anderluck in the blue of post 2. Point 1. Wide of post 3 receives Tennessee. Bueno from the forehand makes the save on the rebote. Tennessee from the 9 line. Hard throw. Scoop by Bueno. Tennessee gets up and out of the way. Good catch by Tennessee. Basket stayed in constant motion, but he never had control. Can't throw it like that. 0.1. Possible game point, red shirt at post 1. Bueno trying to stop him. El Barba. El Barba with a hard throw on the forehand. Bueno's got it in the air. Rebote hooked. Point and game. Red shirt of post 1. Bueno. Bueno wins it. 4 places, 7 shows. Unofficial order finish. 1-4-7. Your prices will be up in just a moment. It's official. Coming in first, post 1, Bueno. Taking second, post 4, Ikeda. Coming in third, post 7, Ben. 1-4-7. The official order of finish for Game 6, and we'll have your prices up in just a moment. From Game 6, the $2 Quinella. That's first and second in any order. 1-4 or 4-1. $12.40. The trifecta 1-4-7. $194.60. Today's pick 3. 3-1-1. 3 of 3 numbers returning $574.80. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 7. A spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There's a scratch. Game 7, post 7. Scratch Diaz. Replace Diaz with Ron Ron. Game 7, post 7. Scratch Diaz. Replace Diaz with Ron Ron. Post time for Game 7. And the end of the high five, just about 8 minutes away.
While we have a couple minutes between the 6th and 7th games of the afternoon, be a good time to show you those top 10 rebotes. Yes, the collection of the top 10 rebotes from the 2019 season. Helmet, flying, diving saves, the top from 2019. Here they are. Outside placement from Poole. Massier goes back for the rebote, diving, and that's a 2-ball, and lands just in. That will score.
From the 4 line, outside placement stopped by Willow. Willow plays it back. Bueno, what a rebote save on the left side. Karam stopped on the forehand of Jin. What a beautiful rebote. Jin on the run, 2 bounces, scores. Back to the inside, Carballo goes. Douglas with the blind save. Just lobbed it up under his arm.
Man.
Rebote thrown beautifully. Antelope gets out of the way. Rebote's back up. What a fine effort. This is a 2-ball. El Barba on the run. And it scores. Carballo picks the serve. Here's the reverse. That is a diving save by CRB. He somehow gets rid of it in time without holding it. Here's Anderluck. Carballo diving save. What a fantastic rebote thrown by Carballo. Diving save, it's up, it's in, it scores. That's why you never give up.
Big left side, takes an interesting hop, goes to the outside. There's Douglas. First play back to the inside, high bouncer. Carballo waits for it.
Wow.
Unbelievable rebote save.
Carballo's there. Sidearm Karam, split placement. Kubala up at the 5 line. Willow. That's in play. That is absolutely in play.
And that was a collection of the top 10 rebotes from the 2019 season, last year's play here at Magic City Jai-Alai.
And realistically, if you're betting on Jai-Alai,
Yeah.
if you're betting on a point, like that last one with Wello that we just saw, all right, do you want the guy who's walking back into the cage, or do you want the guy that's going head first one way, Cesta going another, with the intention of getting it up to the wall? Is it pretty? Not pretty.
Not particularly.
But it is exciting. Is it good form?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. But it worked.
No, it definitely works. And, you know, you love the effort part of it, and that's the one thing that these guys do bring every single day. You know, sometimes catching is a little more inconsistent than other days, but 100% of the time, these guys are going to bring it. They'll be diving. Even days where the energy may seem out of it, there's guys still diving everywhere, and that is certainly the Magic City difference here. Yeah, Stu, and yeah, that Vuelo, that play at the end there, he's legitimately not even looking at the front wall, nothing, just throws it anywhere. Any way you can get a glove on it or whatever,
assessed on it?
No, well, not. I was thinking about a different. I'm trying to think. There's another parallel for a sport. I'm trying to think about blanking right now. But yeah, just trying to any way to do it, and unbelievable. Certainly worthy of that top spot for 2019.
No question about it. With 1 minute to go, reminder of the scratch. Game 7, post 7. Scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ron. Game 7, post 7. Scratch Diaz, replace Diaz with Ron. Game 7, post 7 is now Ron and Anderluck.
Yeah, it's kind of like the two-strike batter in baseball. This is a good, best one I can come up with. But, 2 strikes, you choke up on the bat a little bit. You're just trying to put it in play anywhere, not really thinking about where the ball is going. Just, hey, let's move a runner, let's get it in play. And, perfect example of what happened there with Vuelo. And it happens a lot of time on those effort plays. Just throw it up, and all it's got to do is clip that front wall. So, makes a difference.
You're absolutely right. Let's begin our third and final doubles game for this Thursday afternoon performance. A spectacular 7 doubles game. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving red shirts at post 1, CRB and Vuelo. Receiving the blue at post 2, Cool Fitness and Jedden. There's the serve. We begin game 7. Vuelo from the forehand. He sends it deep. Cool Fitness missed it. Point 1. That'll bring to the court the white shirts at post 3, the team of Juice and Carballo. Strong backhand by Carballo. That's a good rebote save by Vuelo. Carballo from the 9 line. Strong backhand. Taken in the air by Vuelo. Carballo for the rebote. Diving. 2-all. CRB reaches around Juice, and he scores. Well played, CRB. 1-1. Green shirts up post 4. Bueno and Tennessee receive. Bueno picks the serve. Here's Vuelo. Reverse 2-all. Taken in the air by Bueno. Bueno. Kind of a mid-court placement thing. Point 4. Black shirts at post 5 receive. Here's El Barba and Ben. Ben on the catch. Strong backhand throw. Taken in the air by Tennessee. Catch by El Barba. Hard throw by El Barba. Good catch by Tennessee. Ben from the forehand. That ball stayed on the wall and scored beautifully. Point 5. This next matchup has El Barba serving to the yellow shirts of post 6, Asier and Kubala. Kubala from the backhand. Hard to the inside. Ben's there. Ben goes deep. Good catch by Kubala. That's a nice rebote by El Barba. Kubala's there. Kubala back to the inside. Here's Ben. Hard throw by Ben, taken in the air by Kubala, and a great catch. Ball tipped in the front court. 0.6. That'll bring to the court the pink shirts of Post 7, Anderluck and Ron. Ron substitutes for Diaz. Powerful backhand by Ron. Anderluck on a hard throw. Anderluck sends it deep from the forehand. Kubala makes the save. Ron on the left side. It goes hard. Anderluck moves up. There's the reverse. Rebote saved by Kubala. Nice. Anderluck split placement, scooped up, but not held on to. 0.7. Here's Post 8, Lamonte and Douglas. Ball caught by Ron. Catch by Douglas. He goes hard to the inside. Here's Ron. Douglas from the forehand. Hard throw, taken in the air by Anderluck. Rebote by Douglas. Anderluck from the forehand. Throws it hard, real hard. Rebote beautifully saved by Douglas. Here's the catch by Ron. Hard throw to the inside. It's coming in low. Douglas going for Rebote. Wow. 0.7. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return, Jed and Cool Fitness. Anderluck from the 9 line. Jed makes the catch. Forehand Rebote missed. 0.2. Two has 2 points, receiving Post 3. Juice and Carballo. Carballo, strong backhand. Rebote to the inside. Carballo from the forehand. What a catch by Cool Fitness, and he holds on to it. Very nice. Rebote by Jedden. Carballo now from the 10 line. Jedden missed it, knocked it down. 0.3. Juice and Carballo have 2 points. They serve to Posts 1, CRB and Vuelo. Point 3. Here's Post 4, Bueno in Tennessee. Rebote left side, fired to the inside by Carballo. Tennessee got there. Ball came out of the cesta when he hit the wall very hard. Point 3. Possible game point, Juice and Carballo. El Barba picks the serve. Throws to the outside. Juice is there. Great catch by Ben. Karen by Ben does not cut out. Carballo's got it. Scoop by Ben. Strong backhand. Carballo pushes Juice out of the way again. Point of game, post 3, Carballo Juice. Seven, 2, and 1 will play off for second and third place. 7 first serves to 2. Catch by Ron. Hard throw to the inside. Scores. Possible place point for post 7. Here's post 1, CRB and Volo. Catch by Ron. Nice throw to the inside. Tip by Volo. Point and place to post 7. This is a playoff for third place. 2 serves to 1. CRB took Jed and serve. Cool Fitness lost control. Big time. Third place finish for post 1, CRB and Volo. Unofficial order finish 3-7-1. Results are official from Game 7. Coming in first, post 3, Juice and Carballo. Taking second, post 7. Ron and Anderluck taking third, post 1, CRB and Volo. And we'll have your prices up in just a moment.
While we have a moment, doubles real quick. Now very tightly packed. It was before. Now everyone within one game from 2 through 5 in the standings. Tennessee and Bueno with 8. Kubalanas here 7. Carballo and Juice, big win there. Puts them at 6 wins on the season. And Ikeda and Fred. So when Fred comes back, that'll be big for them. 4 teams there, all within 1 win. So big run out for second place with a month left to go in this doubles tournament.
The $1 Quinella 3-7, that's first and second any order, 3-7 or 7-3, $78. The trifecta 3-7-1, $564.60. And today's high 5, 2-3-1-1-3, 3 of 5 numbers returning $22.40. Care over jackpots up to $1,623.60. Again, that is guaranteed at $2,000. So if it goes above $2,000, that's the jackpot. If it's below $2,000, it's guaranteed to at least $2,000. That's the high 5 at Magic City Jai-Alai. 2 games left in today's performance. Game 8, Game 9. Game 8, a 7-point game. Game 9, a 9-point game. 8th game played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 8. Game 8 closes out today's Mighty Ocho. Post time for Game 8. 6 minutes away.
Again, sorry, caught up double standings. We'll make sure we got all those. 17 wins for Douglas and Lamonti. They're still in first place, followed by Tennessee and Bueno. They're in second with 8. Cubal and Asier now sit in solo third. They have 7. Cubal and Juice, big win for them in game number 7, puts them into a solo fourth place with 6 wins. And then Ikeda and Fred. When Fred comes back from injury, they're got to make a late charge for that team, but they have 5. So 8, 7, 6, 5 for the 2 through 4 teams. 3 wins separates second to 5th, so going to be tight down the stretch there, Stu.
Are you left-handed?
I'm not left-handed. I'm right-handed.
You were just holding the microphone with your left hand.
I don't know why I did.
Did you always do that?
I got to keep the right for the stats, so I got to keep this one so it's dominant. So I can do a lot of things with this one. I can type with it, but that's why I keep it in the left hand.
Wow. I'm impressed.
I know my left pinky. I don't know if this is something you noticed. The pinky is starting to get sore. I don't know. Maybe
your pinky hurts.
Maybe my grip strength on the mic. It just.
Would you like to see Dr. Selznick for your pinky?
Yeah, we got it for the announcers too. Yeah, we had a injury scare early in the year. And
Dr. Selznick, we have one more appointment. Yeah, really? Who?
We don't.
We don't. One of the announcers with his pinky. Huh? A what? A pinky. You heard his pinky.
I think
yes,
he's got bigger fish to fry, hopefully, than to deal with the announcer's pinky injury. We can deal with this. And we got some fantasy. One of the things that I really like with the fantasy site is they give you the lineup statistics so you can see, who owns who, what percentage of people took who. So the top person is actually kind of a surprise this week. Most people picked him. And you got to keep price. Player prices are different.
I can't even keep up with the statistics for our players, much less fantasy statistics, for God's sakes.
Well, it's a fair point. I mean, the fantasy, you got multiply the wins by 5, the place by 3, the show. There's a lot of numbers, so it's you're inundated with numbers.
Thank God you're on top
There's
of it.
a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. So bear with us. We're trying to keep track of all of it. So if there's any confusion with the numbers, just let us know. There's a lot going on. But most used person this week, actually, Jedden. And that makes sense with his value. I believe he was, $3 value this week. Just about a third of the entries took Jedden, followed by El Barba at $2. About a quarter of the entries picked him, followed by Carballo. So the top 3, Jedden was about a third, El Barba a quarter, and Carballo also about a quarter of the entries as well. So, the big thing with fantasy, especially fantasy where guys have values, and it's the differentiation. You want to pick guys sometimes that maybe other people don't pick. So if a guy like you see here, let's look at Lamonti, CRB, Juice, Bueno, Ben, the guys that are sort of at the bottom that less people picked. If you have one of those guys in particular, in doubles as well, CRB and Vuelo, Cool Fitness and Jedden, Carballo and Juice, Ben and El Barba, not a lot of people picked any of those doubles teams. So if you have one of those guys, you really need one of those guys that no one has to have a big week, because it's all about what points are you getting that other people may not necessarily be getting. And in Jedden, El Barba, Carballo, those are some of the cheaper, better singles players, so it makes sense that a lot more people are going to have them. But if you get a guy, for instance, like Cool Fitness, $3 value this week already, a win in 2 places, pretty much exceeded his value, his point total from last week already. So if you have those guys, and we'll go through it again, you have the teams of CRB and Vuelo, Cool Fitness and Jedden, and Carballo and Juice, bottom 3 most used doubles teams, and bottom 3 singles, Lamonti, CRB, and Juice. So if any of those guys on your team, and you're the one that may have them, and they happen to pick up a couple of wins, a couple of places, and throw in a couple shows, maybe even a quad, that's the differentiation, really the key there. So interesting stats on the ownership. If people want more of that, we can inundate you with all of the fantasy stuff, but understand some people are wagering and might not get it. So let us know.
We're about 2 minutes away from the beginning of game number 8. That 1 minute away from the beginning of game 8. This is a tough one. You got Carballo in the one post. Douglas is looking particularly hot, and he didn't win all 3 doubles games tonight, so like he did the matinee. So he's obviously hungry for a win. He's only playing these 2 singles games.
Right.
So can't rule Douglas out. Ron's looking much better and got warmed up. So a 6-8, well, the 1-8-6. Very interesting looking.
Yeah, it's good for Ron, like you said, to get warmed up, coming off an injury. You don't want to rush out there, especially in a singles game. So getting that doubles under his belt, catching, communication, all that. Now he's just worried about playing. He's got a game under his belt. So we'll see how that impacts him here going into game 8. We talked about Ron not really doing that well on the year, but still overall, only in 2 weeks of play, 2 wins in 2 places. So still finding the win column, which is all you can ask for. 0 minutes to game 8. Stu, send it over to you.
Thank you. We're ready to begin. Game number 8, a spectacular 7 singles match played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1 is Carballo. Receiving in the blue of post 2, number 7, Ben. There's Carballo's serve. Game 8 has begun. Robote by Carballo played beautifully. Ben makes the save. Got it off in time. Here's Carballo. Hard throw. Scoop attempt missed. Point 1. Game 8 off to a notably good start. Now receiving the white shirt of post 3, Ikeda. Nice backhand throw off the serve by Ikeda. Robote. Catch by Carballo. Carballo goes back to the inside. Ikeda's there. Carballo moves up, makes the catch. Back to the inside. Scoop, missed. Robote. Carballo ducked, got out of the way. Here's Carballo on the return. Hard throw. Beautiful forehand Robote by Ikeda. Catch by Ikeda. Sidearm carom to the pad. Point 1. A well-played point by Ikeda and Carballo. Now receiving. Kubala in post 5. Backhand by Kubala stays to the inside. Carballo has a swing and the miss mid-court. Point 4. Black shirt of post 5 receiving. Here's number 22, Bueno. Bueno puts it to the inside. Here's Kubala. Robote forehand by Bueno. Scoop by Kubala. Dejada. Well, that was supposed to be a Dejada. That was definitely a 2-all. Point 4. Here's post 6, Douglas. Catch by Douglas. There's the backhand. Rebote by Kubala. Douglas sits up on the forehand. Put it literally in the middle of the court. Point 4. Here's post 7. Anderluck. Backhand by Anderluck. Swing and a miss. Point 4. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8, number 12, Ron. Strong backhand by Ron. Good catch by Kubala. Ron missed the rebote. Point 4. Possible game point 4. Green shirt of post 4. Kubala. Trying to stop him. Ben. That does complete the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. Kubala has 5 points. Possible game point. Ben receives. Strong backhand by Ben. Kubala goes hard to the inside. Ben holds onto it at the 9 line. Throws a carom. Kubala's on it. Makes the catch. Makes the return. Ben with a great catch, pulling it from the side wall. Kubala makes the catch. Picada, the big bounce. Ben, way to hang in there. Just falls short. That's point and game to the green shirt of post 4, Kubala. 4 wins at 1 places. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 will pair off and play off for 3rd place. 3 first serves to 5. Overhead screen, point 5. 6 now serves to 7. Point 6. 8 serves to 2. What a catch by Ben. Beautiful. Here's Ron. That did not work. 5, 6, and 2 will now play off for 3rd place. 5 first serves to 6. Point 5. 5 has 4 points. Here's post 2, Ben. Strong backhand throw by Ben. Ben on the rebote. He makes a nice save. Here's Bueno. Ben saves the rebote. Carom by Bueno scores. Point and show, post 5, Bueno. Unofficial order of finish, 4-1-5. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 8 are official. Coming in first, post 4, Kubala. Taking second, post 1, Carballo. Coming in third, post 5, Bueno. 4-1-5 is the official order of finish. That's also a perfect example of why in all of these years, I have never placed a bet on Jai-Alai.
Yeah.
Never. Never. It wasn't just the fact that I was managing the Fronton. The 1-6-8 looked good to me. It just did.
Yeah.
It absolutely did. And that's one of the things that makes Jai-Alai is you game to game, you don't know.
Right. And every post position, every point, every bounce, every little movement really does make the difference.
It's true. Prices are up. $2 Quinella 1-4. That's 1-4, 4-1, 37-40. The trifecta 4-1-5, 437 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 9th and final game, a spectacular 9 Superfecta match. Next game is played at 9. That's 9 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 9 is a Superfecta game.
And before we get into our 9th game, as you mentioned, Superfecta 9-point singles match. Spectacular 9 scoring. What does that mean? Well, hopefully this video will explain all Spectacular 9 scoring and clear everything up for you. Take a look.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
And that was an explanation of Spectacular 9 scoring. Will be the format for this 9th and final game of the afternoon. And Stu, we're getting word from producer Lindsay, the lovely Lindsay. We got some thirsty people out in the crowd. They want the tea, apparently. Yeah, that's a new term.
And I think it's important for folks to understand that. We in the announcers booth, we do kind of keep an eye on some of the comments. We don't read them comment for comment, but the way our understanding is with our producer is that specific questions show forward to us,
yes.
And that's kind of the way it is. Now, if someone makes a blatantly untrue comment, I'm not going to be able to hold my tongue, especially if it has to do with me. So, but when it comes to players, obviously we want to be respectful of what goes on back here. I will say this, is that for the most part, the players get along absolutely famously. I will say that on Monday, as far as a group of players getting together, there was an interesting group of players that were together outside of the building.
Really?
I can say that I saw Jedden and Cool Fitness and Andreluk, and Ikeda was there, and Carballo. and Kubala.
Yeah, I saw
That's
it.
right.
Yes, how about that?
That's right. And so, not everybody hangs out with everybody else outside of Highlight.
Right.
I can say that there's no real infighting. Now, do certain guys like to lose to other guys more than others? Or, sorry, like to beat other guys more than others? There's some guys that don't, like, for instance, their roommates, they're probably closest friends. Andrew Luck does not like to lose to Douglas.
Yeah.
Just does not like to lose to him. I mean, I don't know who does want to lose.
Right.
Kyle Kubala gets along for the most part with everybody. Carballo.
Tennessee also, yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee's the most In fact, Jedden is usually getting on him for being too nice.
Yeah, that's the only caveat there. Too nice, which is
exactly.
never
And now the guys have there are a couple guys that disagree politically. I will say that there are a couple guys who disagree politically, but for the most part, there's really not any serious infighting in the group. There's some guys that probably don't see each other outside of here. But no, we have a great locker room in the sense that it's not sectioned off with this group or that group. The University of Miami guys get along well with everyone else, which is really good to see. So there is a very real camaraderie. Not everybody is close friends, but everybody has some degree of respect for everyone else. Like the guys where Lamonte is concerned. It's like Lamonte, they respect the fact that he's over 40. They respect the fact that he had a great career in the Coast Guard, and that he's only been playing on the court for a little over a year. So, do they get frustrated with how he plays? No. And Lamonte handles it super well. Lamonte's professionalism is just what a great guy.
Yeah, and just overall, it's that whole idea of family. And a lot of these guys talk about it all the time. This is a different locker room than a lot of the sports they may have been in before. Obviously Highlight makes it different, but there's different. It's interesting. There's different maybe groups of people that were brought here separately, but you really, when you're in here, that's the thing. You can't necessarily tell who's friends with one another.
No.
And the thing that is really nice, and last year coming in for the first year, everyone was so open, so nice, and they're equal opportunists with all the jokes and all the banter that goes around. And we're not free from that at all, which is great. You want to be involved, and it's fun, and that's the biggest thing. We talk about fun all the time, but these guys have a lot of fun, so there's not a lot of time. They get frustrated, and everyone wants to win, and there's money involved, so there's a bunch of that. But
and on Monday, I can say this. Yeah. What did we spend time doing? Watching the 1993 World Championships in Highlight.
Awesome.
So, going back all the time. These guys do have, for the most part, a healthy respect for that. We're ready to begin game number 9, a spectacular 9 Superfecta match. This game is played to 9. That's 9 points, with all points doubling after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1 is number 13, Douglas. Receiving the blue at post 2, number 22, Bueno. Douglas serves. We begin game 9. To the overhead screen, that ball goes. Point 1. That'll bring to the court the white shirt of post 3. Here's Andrew Luck. Strong backhand by Andrew Luck. Sidearm carom, stopped by Douglas. Carambola, caught by Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck goes hard to the inside. Douglas is there. That caught the top of the pad, out of play. Point 1. Green shirt at post 4 receiving. Here's number 23, Ikeda. That's a beautiful forehand throw by Ikeda. Rebote by Ikeda. Here's Douglas. Douglas passes it. Forehand rebote by Ikeda. Ikeda again on the rebote. Douglas with a fantastic catch on the left side. Somehow or other he held on to that. There's a carom. It does not open up. Douglas has it at the 8 line. Douglas blasts it, and it scores. Point 1. Black shirt at post 5. Ron receives. What a catch by Douglas. There's the backhand. Here's Ron. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Ron's there.
Wow.
Ron goes back to the inside. Point 5. Here's post 6. The yellow shirt receives. This is Carballo. Ron for the rebote. Thrown beautifully to the inside. Carballo's there. Forehand rebote. Got away from him. Point 6. Receiving in the pink of post 7, number 8, Jedin. Ball dropped off the serve, point 6. Carballo has 2 points. He serves to the purple shirt of post 8, Kubala. This will complete the first round of play. Forehand rebote. Off the court. Point 8. Here's post 2, Bueno. Forehand rebote by Kubala. Scoop missed. Point 8. Here's post 3, Anderluck. Forehand rebote by Kubala. Scoop attempt missed. Point 8. Kubala has 5 points, but 9 points are needed to win a Superfecta game. Here's Ikeda in the green of post 4. Catch by Kubala. He goes deep. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Rebote by Ikeda. Catch by Kubala. Picada for the big bounce. Kubala on the rebote. Nicely played. Caught by Ikeda. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Here's Kubala at the 9 line. Back to the inside he goes. Ikeda makes the catch. Picada again, the big bounce. Scores. Point 4. Excellent serve by Ikeda. Almost picture perfect. Crossing the wall behind the 13 line. Douglas was there. Strong forehand rebote by Douglas. Beautifully played. Rebote missed by Ikeda, point 1. Douglas has 5 points. He serves to the 5 post. Receiving is Ron. Powerful throw by Douglas and a great catch by Ron. Strong forehand rebote by Douglas. Ron's there. Carom by Ron. Lands wide. Point 1. Possible game point for post 1. Douglas trying to stop him. Post 7, the pink shirt. Jedden. Strong rebote thrown by Douglas. What a pickup by Jedden. Douglas moved in, made the catch. There's the backhand. Rebote, swing and a miss. Point in game, red shirt up, post 1, Douglas. 1 wins it, 8 places, 6 serves 4. This is for 3rd and 4th place. Ball tipped off. A good serve by Carballo. Point and show to post 6. 4 takes the quad. Unofficial order finish is 1-8-6-4. Seem that people liked hearing a little bit about these guys and how they interact with each other. Interesting.
It's just in other sports. I mean, that's something you just watch a lot of it. You don't see that ever. Really. I mean, people with personal relationships. It's a lot more hidden, if you will. But here, I mean, it's a full roster. It's kind of like the PGA Tour in a sense, where everyone is employed by the same place and you're all competing against each other. So think of it like the tour. Obviously there's certain guys that may have problems with individual people, but for the whole, these guys get along and they love to be out there, and they're playing a common sport and they have a common goal. So at the end of the day, I feel like that sort of brings everyone together. But it's actually interesting. Thinking it like the PGA Tour. There's guys that don't like each other and there's guys that do. Patrick Reed in particular. Every golfer in the world may have something negative to say about him, but at the end of the day, he's still, he's playing under their roster, and the guys have to, deal with him on a day-to-day basis, which may frustrate certain people, may not frustrate others. So it's always an interesting dynamic too, how people, deal with, something that may be stressing them out or affecting the play in any way. Interesting.
Again, I will say this: Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Best bartender
Great bartender
ever seen.
We have to check it out.
Ever seen. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. You've had an invitation.
I'm coming. We'll be there.
$2 Quinello, 1-8-15-60. $2 trifecta, 1-8-6-140-120. And let's see a Superfecta price. The Super, $2 Super, 1-8-6-4, returning 197.40. So, overall, as far as the entire day's concerned, we got off to a rather slow start in the matinee. It's the first day back after 3 days. Those are often a little bit difficult. Players are cold, and there was some rough play in those first games. This afternoon, though, much different. Got off to a quick start. Play in the first game was good. The play in all but one of the playoffs today overall was good. I don't think there's any question about that. One of the playoffs was a little rough. One of the doubles playoffs was a little rough. But other than that, some fantastic play on the court. Ron looks like he's feeling better. I don't think that he's
much different player this week.
He's
moving a lot better, throwing, catching. So
actively dieting to take off the weight, and also the rest of 3 days on that knee.
Yeah,
and when you see him afterwards, he'll have that entire knee bound up with ice. But today he moved much better. Said that he was feeling less pain.
Yeah, it's like an NFL locker room after the game. They play the performance. You see all the guys with the bandages and the ice. That's what it's like here at Magic City. So these guys are hurling it out there and they're throwing their bodies out on the line. So physical game for sure. We mention all the time.
No question about it. So, you have anything else?
I think that's it.
Want to come back and do it tomorrow?
I'd love to. Will you be here?
Yeah, I guess. yeah.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing laundry or something, but nah.
Fine. We'll give the fans.
Yeah, we'll come back and do it again. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Thursday afternoon performance of Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. Glad that you chose to join us this afternoon. Invite you to join us again tomorrow when we'll play 9 more action-packed games at 12 noon, and then again at 4 p.m., just like we did today. 2 performances tomorrow. We sure hope you enjoyed today's Jai-Alai action at Magic City. Please like and subscribe to the Jai-Alai channel, and let us know your thoughts and any questions you might have in the live chat when we're playing games, and then head on over to Instagram, where I hear you can like the Jai-Alai channel on Instagram and even submit questions, did they say?
Yes. Well, I think they're working on that. So that'll be a good feature. Also, we're going to have glossary terms, wagering terms. Well, Jai-Alai glossary. A glossary does define terms. We'll get that clear. Wagering terms, coin, phrases, most up-to-date info on South Florida Jai-Alai, including schedules, player details, and all that. So stay tuned. Instagram working. We're working for you guys, and we appreciate all the support on the Jai-Alai channel.
And on behalf of our players, staff, and management, we do thank you for joining us again today and hope you'll join us again tomorrow at 12 p.m. Goodbye till we can see you back here at Magic City Jai-Alai.